Alpari, do you, I don't, maybe in your basic or advanced classes, is this part of like the curriculum, what you teach your students, apart from the technical analysis, what they need to do to trade? This being fundamental, do you offer it as part of your courses, teaching them what to look out for, what kind of news to look out for, how to react to the news and all of that?
Yeah, that's part of the basic class we give of the students, okay? How to make use of this fundamental economic data, interpret, and to use to trade currency markets.
Okay, now which type of analysis is mostly recommended, especially at Alpari? Is it the technical, the fundamental, or technical?
Both. Both are very necessary as tools for analysis on the currency market, okay? Then the fundamental analysis, if you're looking at the economic data, it will tell you at the end of the day, the market trend bearish or bullish. It will not give you an idea when this news information is going to fade out. It's going to expire. So that's where the technical analysis come in. If you can remember last week, my colleague talked about one of the tools for analysis. He said something about the RSI that shows you the overbought and the oversold level. Okay. If you have a fundamental analysis come out, like example like Germany report, bearish trend for the euro will go bearish, but your technical analysis will be able to give you an idea that, okay, this trend, downtrend, is soon going to expire. That is where that indicator comes in, and also you also have your candlestick patterns showing you a direction change in the market. Okay,
so first of all, as a trader, I go to the fundamental basic analysis, look at the market trend, the news that's on, the data that's on, and then I tie that to the technical analysis. Yes, that will give me a better picture of trading direction and where not to get my profit. So what kind of problems or challenges would a trader encounter with the fundamental analysis?
That would be a wrong interpretation of data. Very well. For example, like how we talked about the earthquake. Okay. I'll give you a typical case scenario. When that happened in New Zealand, so many traders keyed into it and entered a sell for the New Zealand, and they made profits. When Japan had the tsunami, everybody assumed, okay, that the market is going to go in the same direction that happened to New Zealand. Funny enough, the reverse was the case. And we had people complaining. I just directed them to the news website where it was given to them, and analysts explained why the Japanese yen won't go in that direction. So those are the challenges people having, okay? Most of them, they preempt, they take trades immediately, not waiting for market reaction first before taking their own trades.
It just occurred to me that you're the first female analyst to come from Alpari. Now let me ask you this. Now when you have your students coming for their basic or advanced classes, should I ask you what the ratio is? Are there I want to assume that there probably be more men than women, but what's like the percentage of women who are actually traders or who have interest in currencies traded?
Oh, you're correct. We have more of the men than women. There are times you have like 6 straight classes running consecutively without any lady, and whenever you have a female, you feel fine at that. Okay, there's a lady here, and you like to make sure she understands and have a good knowledge of what the market is all about, because I've noticed generally it's more of the men in this market than the women.
What factors do you think could be responsible? Why do you think women perhaps shy away from currencies trading?
Well, I can't really say the factor. Maybe let me not say something that I'm not sure of, but it has to do with interest first. Okay. The interest has to be there. If you don't have the interest about any economic data, understand what the figures are all about, the statistics, it can easily put you off. First, it has to start with the interest. If the interest is there, it's easy to understand the market. It's not, you don't need to be a whiz kid to understand everything about the currency market. It's easy.
Okay, well, is Alpari doing anything to reach out or appeal to the women folk to come to the currencies market? So far, what we've been, it's not exactly difficult. I've picked up a couple of things myself since we started, and I realized that it's not really rocket science. It's not as difficult as it looks. So perhaps we would see more women coming to trade at the market. Now, what other talking about your basic classes, and of course still relating to the fundamental analysis, what other things should a trader know or have at his fingertips?
Okay, the basic knowledge is that because usually during our classes, during the first class, which is your seminar class, make you realize, understand how the market operates. Okay, you are just an individual trader, and you have the big banks trading this market. So you shouldn't always, in terms of, you talked about the challenges people face, especially when it comes to fundamental analysis. I said people are so preemptive in placing the trade. Fine, you have your actual data coming out, it's telling you it's negative for this currency, and people just immediately jump in to place their trade. Usually tell people, wait first for the market reaction, the general market reaction. Okay, because we're talking about the big banks. These big banks pumping trillions of dollars into the currency market. So you first of all wait for the market reaction, then you join the market later to trade the currency market. For the basic class, we teach them all of this.
Okay.
The ability to control their emotion, not be so in a hurry to place trade so that they won't miss out of it.
Okay, what if as a trader, because I know these tools are meant to help guide a trader, an average trader, and of course reduce his risks as much as possible. What if, okay, I have both tools in my hand, the fundamental and the technical analysis, and of course I have been given a particular direction for the day where the market will go based on certain data or information that's out there on the at the market, and then all of a sudden there's some, what do I call it, maybe natural disaster, and that might of course turn everything upside down. So is there a way that a trader can hedge against that, or it just, if it happens, then it happens?
People can hedge the market as well, but so you must know the reason why you want to hedge. Don't just place, you don't just hedge any currency market. Any currency you're trading, don't just hedge. You have to know the reason why you're hedging. And at the same time, there's a tool on the currency market. It's known as a stop loss. Okay, it minimizes your loss. Okay, instead of you losing the whole money you have in your account, okay, just a certain amount of money you lose.
Okay. Okay, so for this week or in the last 1-2 weeks, what are those major currencies that have been like traders' favorite, that have been bringing in, should I say, maximum returns for traders? It's been the euro, the yen. We know that, of course, the current crisis in the eurozone is still there, so perhaps maybe the yen has been one of the losers. Which of the currencies should traders be looking out for?
Euro USD. Okay.
As the currency pair.
Yeah,
okay, Euro USD.
British pound dollar. Okay, the British pound Japanese yen and also the Euro Japanese yen. But that's the four currencies people should look out for. Okay, for right now, the CHF currency is no longer like
CHF representing
the Swiss franc.
The Swiss franc. Okay.
The Swiss francs right now, they made a cap on their currency, so there's just a range. It's neither going up nor coming down. So those are the four currencies people are looking out for this week also. So USA especially, people are really, really waiting for the concrete plan Obama is bringing out. And if it's going to be a positive plan with a good market sentiment, you still see the US gaining ground.
Okay, so for the euro, is there any projections for the euro in the next week or 2 weeks? Depending on, okay, that would depend on how the policymakers in Eurozone resolve the Eurozone crisis.
Yes.
But which of the currencies so far this year have been given like the biggest returns to investors, or currency pair?
Okay, Euro US is part of it. Okay, Swiss francs too is also part of it. We're giving biggest return, also the Japanese yen.
Okay, so for going forward this week, between now and Friday, what is a major event that, what should traders be looking forward to apart from the Obama speech implementation if the Republicans pass it? Which currencies are going to be tops, come out tops? I'm sure you've done some fundamental analysis and some basic, of course, you're the analyst. So what would you tell traders this week to look out for?
Okay, well, let's try out to look out for the euro. If they're able to maintain and control their debt crisis, the Eurozone, okay, we see the euro picking up back. But the strength of the euro will depend on the policy they make this time around. If it's going to be strong and concrete, and also Germany backing them up. You can remember Germany refused to back them up last week for their debt crisis because they needed Germany's policies and their input in it, and Germany didn't. So this week we're looking at, okay, if they're able to come out with a concrete plan, euro is going to pick up. Also, they're looking at the dollar too. The dollar too. Okay, let's see what's good. Obama is going to say this week. If it's so positive and good enough, we'll have a good start on the dollar too.
Okay, now I know at the markets, both for the currencies and equities markets, for investors, confidence is key. Yeah. How would you rate investors' confidence, especially towards policymakers? There's been so much talk about the policymakers, especially in Europe, not being able to handle the crisis very well, as much as markets expected them to. So, in terms of investors' confidence in the eurozone, how would you rate investors' confidence?
Investors' confidence is really low. Really, really low, because the Eurozone has really given them a negative report. So people are just crossing their fingers to see how the Eurozone is going to work out. And generally, the market general outlook, the market is going just neither here nor there. So everyone is just trying to be cautious and careful in the position they take.
Now, even with all this turmoil going on, would you say that the currencies market for the currencies pairs is still a good place for traders to go and make profits, even in a time when investors are running away from the equities market into gold and some other safe haven assets? The currencies market still remains a viable, profitable place for investors.
Yes, the currency market still remains a viable place for the market. But if you still look at the equities and all other markets, it still boils down to the currency they use in buying these equities, buying gold and everything. At the end of the day, the currency market is still a safe haven.
Okay, so in all of this turmoil, since the currency acts like a middleman, or that tool that is just necessary that for people to use, like you said, buying gold, buying currency, commodities.
Yes, very well. But still, you have to be cautious, very cautious, because the blink of an eye or split seconds, the market will just reverse.
Okay.
So,
as a student of Alpari, could I call up Alpari and say, okay, Alpari, I'm looking at some data or some news and I'm a little bit confused. I'm not sure if I've gotten my analysis right. Would I get some direction?
We will give you direction, and at the same time, we'll give you caution, okay, in placing your stop loss. Because as you said, you may be in a currency, you may enter a position in the currency market, and all of a sudden, the market changes or reverses direction. So we just give you caution. That okay, if you're going to go in this direction of the market, what indices or what indicators are you using? Okay, how is your analysis? Because it's more than that. It boils down to your analysis. What analysis are you doing? What indicators are you using? Okay, and when you did your analysis, what were you seeing or what are you seeing in the currency market? We'll give you our own analysis, but at the same time, we tell you it's also on the caution because you will not know the direction of the market the next few seconds.